What's up, gang? Hey man, in this video I'm gonna teach you the difference between masculine energy and feminine energy. This is a very important video. You must watch this one to the very end because I got a ton of gold nuggets in it. And if you guys haven't hit that like button yet, make sure you like this video. And then if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I know we just passed 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna try to get this to 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And if you haven't joined the CLG community, this is the month to join it, because the first 50 people in the month of May, this month, get a free one-on-one call with me. And without further ado, let's just jump into the video. Alright, so in this video, I really want to break down the difference between masculine and feminine energy, because I'm noticing a lot of guys don't really understand the difference between the two, right? So, in terms of masculine, right, true masculine energy, you know, testosterone, whatever you want to call it, a guy that's in his masculine is going to move things forward, is going to move to the beat of his own drum. The main thing with the masculine guy is actually moving to the beat of his own drum. Right? That is masculine energy. Masculine energy is a guy who moves to the beat of his own drum. Regardless of what anybody thinks, regardless of what anybody says, it is a guy who moves to the beat of his own drum. Within reason, obviously. There are things that are illegal. You must follow laws, things like that. You must have logic, yada, yada, yada. But for the most part, masculine energy is a guy who moves to the beat of his own drum. When it comes to being masculine with a woman, you must turn down your care. The reason why I talk about turning down your care, because that is a masculine thing. For example, feminine energy is when a guy wonders where he stands with a woman. That is feminine energy. Basically wondering how she feels about him. That is feminine energy. You get what I'm trying to say? She should be wondering where she stands with you. That puts her in her feminine. But when a guy is worried about where he stands with a woman, that is feminine energy. I really need to get this guy, I got to get this point across to a lot of guys, because a lot of guys, they just don't know the difference between masculine and feminine energy. They don't understand, right? This video is for you guys that really need a clear breakdown between the two. Masculine energy, moving to the beat of your own drum. Meaning, if you're going to ask a girl out to a date, it is going to be something that you want to do. Fuck what she wants to do. And I hate being so blunt about it, but it's the truth. Masculine men are selfish, which is a part of moving to the beat of your own drum. But sometimes I have to use words that you guys understand, because some guys go, what does it mean to move to the beat of your own drum? Be selfish, God damn it. That's what it means. Be selfish. Put yourself first. You know what I mean? Turn down your care. She should be worried about where she stands with you, not the other way around. If she feels like she has you or she got you, your days are numbered. Let's just put it like that. She has to always, in her back of her mind, think, damn, does he like me? Does he love me? Because the moment she knows for a fact, oh, I know I got him, your days are numbered. And yes, she can stay in a relationship with a guy that she doesn't love. Women are very cruel to the guys that care too much about them. We had a bunch of guys in a group that explained situations in their past where they cared too much about a woman and how that woman treated them. Women will punish a guy that cares too much about them. Why would a woman punish a guy that cares too much about them? Oh, because the guy is in his feminine energy. That's her job. Her job is to do the caring. If you want to put a woman in her feminine energy, understanding that caring too much about somebody, that is a feminine trait. That is a nurturing trait. That is on the feminine side of things. You get what I'm trying to say? So when you catch yourself caring too much about a chick, you're going to put her in her masculine because you're doing something feminine. So I really want to get this in you guys' head, because a lot of guys do not understand the difference between feminine energy and masculine energy. They do not. It's too many guys that act feminine. And I can tell by the questions that they ask me. If a guy starts asking me, What do you think? What do you think I should say to this girl? Or what do you? How do you think she'll feel about this? Or how do you think she'll feel about this? Or how do you think she'll feel about this? And I always find myself correcting these guys by saying, "Fuck how she feels." That's feminine energy. I don't care how she feels. I'm going to tell her what I need and what I want. And if she doesn't get on board, well, I'm pissed. I lost respect for you. You get what I'm trying to say? If I'm telling you to do this, come here, go on this date, let's get drinks, whatever, and I get any insubordinates, I'm losing respect for you, not the other way around. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm losing respect for her. Because it's not about her. You feel me? I am the one that's pursuing. I'm the one that's putting my pride on the line. I'm the one that's putting my ego on the line. I am the one that is hunting, right? And if I so happen to catch you, which is the female, if I so happen to catch you, well, guess what? I get to enjoy you how I want to enjoy you, not the other way around. I don't understand how a woman can have the benefits of being a woman and a man at the same time. Only in today's clown world is that possible. How a woman wants, and it's all over the internet, women are crying about guys no longer approaching them. How, they've run across very attractive guys that didn't shoot their shot at them, and they found out that those guys liked them, and those guys still didn't reach out to them or talk to them or do anything like that. And now they're sad, and now they want men to be men again, and blah, blah, blah. But on the other hand, a guy will pursue a woman, and then the woman will try to coach the guy on how he should pursue her. First of all, female, if I'm pursuing you, I'm going to pursue you how I want to pursue you. That is masculine energy. You get what I'm trying to say? Feminine energy is pursuing you based off of how I think you want to be pursued. Masculine energy, pursuing you how I want to pursue you. And I don't care about the outcome. Feminine energy is pursuing you how I think you want to be pursued. A lot of rich guys have feminine energy. A lot of guys that you guys see on social media have feminine energy. A lot of bad people have made names for themselves online or whatever the case is, and they are not great role models for men. The guy that leads with money, it's like, oh, women like money, so I'm gonna get a Lambo, I'm gonna get a high rise, I'm gonna do this because this is what women like, so this is how I'm gonna pursue them. You get what I'm trying to say? My whole personality is around getting women to like me. That is feminine energy. That is feminine energy. Masculine energy is, I'm gonna build my life how I want it. I'm going to live my life how I want it. I'm going to build my life how I want it. I'm going to set up everything how I want it. I'm going to pursue the women that I want. I'm going to move to the beat of my own drum. And guess what? I am going to set dates up to the places that I want to set dates with. And I'm going to follow the process. And if you guys don't have the process, all of this stuff is in the COG community. It makes it very easy for you guys to get back in your masculine energy. Because you understand that you cannot sleep with the girl if you cannot put her through that process. 9 times out of 10, right? So now that you have the process, it allows you to be yourself. You understand that the words don't matter as much. The conversation is just to get to the next step of the process. That is it. You feel me? So all you guys overthinking what to say, does she like this? Afraid to take her on certain dates, things like this. All of this is feminine energy. I don't care where I take a chick. I can take a chick to a hole in the wall bar. You guys don't understand. I've taken girls on dates and they have complained about the spot and I just fucking ignored them and I still got my dick sucked and fucked those girls. I've taken a girl to a hole in wall bar that was fucking a shitty ass little pub and it was some last minute shit. We fucking linked up for a date. I just seen a bar. I said, oh, we gonna stop here. She's like, ooh, that's not my style. I'm like, shit, that's cool. And we stopped there, parked there, walked in, didn't say nothing else about the shit. You feel me? Motherfucker said, that's not my style. I don't give a fuck. Motherfucker, I see this place. They got liquor. We gonna get drinks. Okay. She ain't bring that shit up again. We had a good, and it was cheap ass liquor. The bartender was a fucking dick, but I don't give a fuck. Some old ass, raggedy ass motherfucking white dude mad because the bitch I pulled up with bad as fuck. Probably a redneck racist motherfucker if I had to guess who he was, because the motherfucker hated me on sight. He seen me sit down with this beautiful ass white girl, seen this nigga boy, and his motherfucker, what you want? I said, hey bro, chill. I had to check him early. Hey bro, don't talk to me like that. He said, no, I'm just saying, hey bro, like, you feel me? And she even was surprised. She's like, oh, yeah. And then after he left, she's like, yeah, he was a little bit rude. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a dick for no fucking reason, but obviously there was some animosity with this guy. I had to get that out the way up front. Hey bro, chill with how you talking to me, bro. No, I'm just trying to, I had a long, and he tried to give me some story how he had a long day. Hey bro, that's all cool. But you know what I mean? I just sat here. I'm trying to enjoy it. You feel me? I'm trying to enjoy the night. Chill with all that. And I wasn't checking him just to win brownie points for the woman. I felt genuinely disrespected by that guy the way he was talking to me. I genuinely felt disrespected. That is masculine energy, right? Masculine energy is the guy who moves to the beat of his own drum, make things happen, turns down his care. You feel me? All of these things make a man a man. But for some reason, society has forced men to lose these traits that women biologically are attracted to. And so many men have lost these traits that it's sad to watch. And there's so many men out there that have gone so far away from these traits that it's the blind leading the blind. Meaning that men are telling other men, you gotta have money for these girls, man. You gotta have stability. You gotta have this. You gotta have this. You gotta have this. Meanwhile, the same girl that you think that you have to have money for, some guy is fucking her and not giving her $1. Matter of fact, I'll give you one worse. The girl that you think that you have to have money for, there's a guy out there that she's giving her money to. I remember I had a friend, white dude actually, you know what I mean? Tall white guy. And, you know, me and him had a falling out, you know what I mean? I never made him my partner, but when he left, it's some business stuff. Me and him had some business stuff. I'm not going to get into that right now. Come to find out, he was a compulsive liar, you know, had a lot of mental issues, a lot of stuff like that. I nipped that out in the bud, you know what I mean? And once I found out his true colors, cut him off. We ain't never talked since. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the long story short. But I remember this guy, he used to always think that women were a $sign, even though he was a tall white guy. He always thought he'll see a beautiful woman in the Brickell area. And I used to have an office in the Brickell area. When I first started my company, I had a little office out there. So, we would, always like, you know, take laps. You know, starting the business was stressful. It was a bunch of phone calls, bunch of outreach. You know, we was working the phones all day long, nonstop. You know what I mean? We was hustling. You feel me? So then we would take, you know, we need fresh air. We walk around the Brickell area. We'll holler at girls, whatever the case is, get numbers. Got a lot of pussy. And I was I was building a company, so I didn't have a lot of extra free money at that time. You feel me? A lot of my money was going into the company I was building. So it was like, I ain't have like free money to throw on bitches and shit, but I was still fucking a lot. Bad bitches too. So one of the things when he would see girls, when we would be out together or we would take a lap or whatever, I'd be like, oh, go talk to her. He'd be like, yeah, she's my type. I'm like, go talk to her. He's like, nah, she looks expensive. He used to always say that shit. And I'd be like, what the fuck do you mean she looks expensive? He's like, man, these Miami girls cost so much. And he had a main chick and he was like, yeah, man, I took her from a rich, dad. Man, she's so expensive. She's so expensive. He just always equated women to money. He never, ever, ever equated nothing but money to women. And come to find out, you know, when we was closing deals, I was giving him a lot of money from the deals that we was closing and stuff like that, because he was getting 50% and all that crazy stuff like that. And let's just say, for example, let's just say I give him a $4,000 check or a $3,000 check. We close a deal, whatever case, right? This nigga would come into work the next day dead ass broke. And then one time I gave him a big check. The nigga took like a whole damn week off. Just to come to find out the motherfucker was spending money on strippers, spending money on rubbing tugs, he just had an addiction with giving women money, because that's how he thought women would like him. He thought women would like him by giving them money. So basically, what he was doing was feminine energy, because he pursued women how he thought that they wanted to be pursued. That is feminine energy. A masculine man pursues a woman how he chooses to pursue her. That is why the process is so important. That is why the CLG community is so important. I get guys posting their text threads all the time, and I have to help them with their text threads. And the things that I help them with and the things that I help them say, they automatically get responses from women, or they automatically get the woman back on their terms. And they wonder why. They be like, damn, CJ told me to respond this way. The girl responded back so quickly. And there was like, and another guy wrote, he's like, yeah, he told me to respond this way. I said, yeah, because the way that I respond to women and the way that I text women and the way that I talk to women is masculine. And you got to understand, the reason that I know this and the reason that I've came to this conclusion and the reason why I can help so many guys is because I've tried every way. You feel me? I've tried the text message style where I was lover boy, care too much, never led nowhere. Minimal results, minimal to no results, never led anywhere. You feel me? Now that I use the CLG text scripts and things like that, results significantly, percentages significantly skyrocket. Imagine being able to just go out, enjoy your life, enjoy your friends, enjoy company, whatever the case is. You see a cute chick, you holler at her. You don't even have to talk to that many chicks that night. Imagine that shit, because no other dating coach will tell you that shit. There's guys out there claiming that they slept with over 1,000 women, saying that they have to talk to a minimal of 10 to 30 girls in hopes of getting lucky that night. And most of those girls will flake on that guy. And this guy's supposed to be some high-end fucking dating coach. Or some guy that claims that he slept with over thousands of women and things like that. But then you go and get the course and you realize, oh, there's a lot of cap in this. Because I tried that and it doesn't work at a very high percentage. You feel me? I'll give you credit. It works at an extremely low percentage. And you're right. You do have to talk to 10, 20, 30 fucking girls a night just to get some fucking results. And most likely, you're not going to get many of your results from night game. You're going to get many of your results from possibly day game. And you're going to get a lot of your results from dating apps. Now, me personally, I'm not a fan of dating apps. There was a point in time where I was running through a lot of girls on Instagram. I don't like the catfish shit. I hate the fact, and it doesn't have to happen to me many times. Most of the girls, when I was running through a lot of girls on Instagram, most of the girls that showed up did look like their pictures. But all it takes is a few of them for me to be like, man, I'm not doing this fucking internet shit no more. All it takes is a couple girls show up to the date, and I'm stuck on the date with this motherfucking bitch that I do not like. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the pictures and she look different. It only take a couple times for me to be like, I don't really like this online shit. You feel me? I don't really like showing up and it's a different person. I don't deal with that. So, you know what I mean? I can teach people how to get results online. I can teach people, because being a masculine man is being a masculine man no matter where you find a chick. A lot of guys think that they have to significantly change their strategy based off of where they're finding the girl. And I had to snap a couple of the guys out of the CLG community out of this, because they like, well, I get my girls from Tinder, so I gotta be different. I'm like, no, nigga, it's the same thing. She's a fucking female. I said, bro, if you're masculine, bro, you can fuck the waitress. You can fuck the bitch that's working. You can fuck the bartender. You can fuck strippers. You can fuck every type of girl, because a girl is a girl is a girl. Just because she's working a job, that doesn't mean she stopped being a fucking girl. You know what I mean? Like, you got to come at it a little bit. You can make slight changes, but not really major changes. You're not going to change much of what you do. All you're going to do is cut the process short, because you can't move the process. But for the people in the CLG community who have the process, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what the fuck I'm talking about when you're talking to like a girl that's at work, a bartender, opposed to just a girl, and both of you guys have time. You know the difference. You know how to make things happen. You know all of that stuff. You get what I'm trying to say? The CLG members understand this stuff. Now, if you are not a CLG member, join. It's only $48 a month, less than $500 a year. If you do the yearly subscription, you get 20% off. You know how that shit works, right? And then if you jump in this month, you get a free one-on-one call with me. First 50 people that jump in this month. So back to the topic on hand. The reason I wanted to make this video and I needed to make this video is because of how important it is to understand the difference between the two energies. If you find yourself operating in the feminine energy, you're going to find that you're going to get significantly lower results with females. Because think about it. Females actually want to be in their feminine energy, contrary to what the fuck they say. Oh, another thing that's feminine energy is listening to women. Not hearing them. Hearing and listening is two different things. Hear means my ears are hearing your words, like I'm hearing what the fuck you're saying. Listening to them is actually hearing them and like trying to change your behavior to cater to her based off of something she said. Do you know how many results? Imagine, go back to the story that I just told you just earlier. Imagine if I would have pulled up to this little shitty ass pub with this chick. And as soon as she told me, this is not my style, I said, oh, let me find somewhere else. She loses respect for me. But the fact that I brushed it off and I still went into that place because I don't give a fuck what your style is, bitch. I'm the fucking man. You feel me? If I wanted to have a drink on a motherfucking rickety motherfucking canoe somewhere, bitch, I'm the man. It's my way or the motherfucking highway. That's masculine energy. Feminine energy is catering to her. You feel me? Changing who you are to please her. No, that's what she should be doing. You got to put her in her feminine. Everything that a majority of these guys do is feminine energy, and they're teaching the majority of guys this feminine energy. And then the majority of guys is wondering why they can never make things work with women. Because the majority of guys don't know how to move to the beat of their own drum. The majority of guys do not know how to get a girl in her feminine energy where she actually wants to be. And this is where you get a bunch of guys in the community when they do have a woman in her feminine energy. They say, damn, she's goggling my cum. Damn, she's swallowing my cum. Damn, she's allowing me to do everything that I want with her in the bedroom. Damn, she's even offering to give me money. Why is this happening all of a sudden? Why is she trying to pay the bill? Like she's actually trying, like she's taking my card and putting her card down. No, I got this. I got this. I got this. Why is she doing this shit? Oh, because she ran into a man and she doesn't know the next time she's actually going to run into one again? And she actually enjoys being in her feminine energy? Even though she's been ran through or she's hooked up with other people in the past, which is for you to decide, right? 80-20, understand her past, understand how she operated while she was single. You feel me? So you know what category to put her in. You know what I mean? And I know some of you guys, you're going to listen to this and you're going to move to the beat of your own drum and you're still going to wife a whore. And guess what? That's you being a man moving to the beat of your own drum. I don't get mad at men for moving to the beat of their own drum. If you have all of the information that I give you and you still wife, you make a whore your main chick or you wife her, whatever the case is, well, you're still a man moving to the beat of your own drum. I will never get mad at you for that. You get where I'm coming from? And I cannot get mad at you for that because you're moving to the beat of your drum. You feel me? But I will teach you what to prepare for when you do wife a promiscuous woman. You feel me? She will always be looking for your placement to the end of time. The fact that you gave her commitment and nobody else did, she does lose some respect for you. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, if you're masculine in every other area, that little bit of respect hit is not gonna fucking give you an F on the paper, right? You might go from an A down to like a motherfucking A minus or some shit. She's gonna lose a little bit respect for you for committing to her, which most women do. So if you do decide to commit to a woman, you better have she best to have high respect for you because she's going to lose a little bit because you decided to commit to her. She's going to lose a little bit of respect for you to decide to allow her to live with you. You get what I'm trying to say? You're going to lose respect. Like even with my main chick, her living with me, there is a little bit of respect that she has lost from me. If she didn't live with me, her respect for me would even be higher. You get what I'm trying to say? But because her respect is so high for me because of how much she had to basically give up to be with a guy like me and how much she had to change herself to be with a guy like me, I can take that respect hit. You get what I'm trying to say? Because she living with me. You feel me? So I can take that respect hit because, yes, she gonna lose a little bit of respect from living with me. It is what it is. It's female nature. You know what I mean? Because you're deciding to commit to them, whether it's a good girl, whether it's a virgin, whether it's not. If you decide to commit to her, in her mind, there's a little bit of respect that she lost. Women are weird like that, but I can handle that, right? Because if you strong in every other aspect, that little bit of respect, losing a little bit of points here and there, it don't fucking really matter. You get what I'm trying to say? But those are decisions that I made because I'm moving to the beat of my drum. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, for a lot of guys out there, and I see it with NBA players, I see it with all kinds of shit. It's a lot of guys. No matter what people tell them and no matter how much information they have, they will still choose the promiscuous girl. Like, I'm pretty sure even if Travis Hunter, a guy like Travis Hunter, had my channel, I'm pretty sure he would still date that chick. I'm pretty sure he would still marry her. I'm pretty sure he would still take her serious. You feel me? Because despite what anybody else say, he's still gonna move to the beat of his own drum. I'm pretty sure Dion and all those guys around him, I'm pretty sure, I think they're masculine men. I think they're teaching them some real shit. I don't know if they're teaching it at the level that I'm teaching it because I've gave so many years of my life to trying to figure this out. And I told myself I would never go to the internet until I had it figured out. So I don't know if, you know what I mean? I don't know if they're on my level in that aspect because you got to understand with professional athletes, it's very difficult for them to really truly understand the psyche of women and female nature unless somebody who's really talented is telling them. And the majority of people aren't really talented because they're focusing on the things that they got to take care of in their life. You feel me? They weren't the guy that was reading the books, flying out to the conferences, you know, trying, like I was that guy, buying the courses. I was really infatuated with this shit because I was being greedy, to be honest, and that's probably what hurt me. But I was really trying to maximize how many women I could sleep with. So I put a lot of time into this shit. It's trial and error. And I also had no approach anxiety. So I had no problem approaching looking foolish, whatever the case is. I had no problem approaching hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of women in order to get this good. So I don't really know if the guys surrounded by Travis Hunter will break him off with this type of information, but I'm pretty sure if I was to sit Travis Hunter down and teach him everything, I'm pretty sure he would. He's a smart kid. He will internalize it. He will learn it. He would keep a closer eye on the chick, but it won't stop him from loving her. And he's still going to be a man and move to the beat of his own drum. And I know a lot of guys that I've taught things to, and they've married the whore. You feel me? And I asked him, I'd be like, hey, bro, what's her past like? He'd be like, yeah, man, she like 18 guys in. You know what I mean? I'm the 19th guy. So, and it's probably higher because, you know, girls always go lower. So he said, yeah, she got around a little bit. I say, but you trying to make her the main? He was like, I like her, bro. Like, you got to understand, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like the stuff you taught me, bro. She fucking cooking for me. She cleaning for me. She show up anytime I tell her to. She always there. She swallow my cum. She let me fuck her any way I want to. She always smell good. You know what I mean? She got really no fucking weaknesses other than the fact that she promiscuous. I know what you say, but you feel me? And I tell the nigga, hey, you got to move to the beat of your own drum. That's a call you got to make. You know going into it the risk that you taking, right? And men, we naturally take risks, right? At the end of the day, when I'm telling you guys things, I'm teaching you guys, you know, the optimal, especially for all my CLG members and all the guys that's in the community and all the guys that's taking advantage of all of the stuff that I'm teaching them inside that community for only $48 a month. But for the guys that's in the CLG community and they really learning this stuff, you got to understand that I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to teach you what's going on, but I'm not going to judge you for being a man and moving to the beat of your own drum. You feel me? I'm going to teach you, hey, these are the pros and cons when you make a promiscuous girl your main bitch. You feel me? Now, if you still want to do that, you gotta be a little bit more. You just gotta understand the cons. And if you willing to handle that risk, so be it, right? Because different men have different levels of risk tolerance, right? Some people who invest their money, I have an investment strategy that I teach in the money course in the COG community, where my strategy is lower risk. You feel me? But it takes a lot of patience. But somebody else would have an investment strategy that is higher risk, but they've mastered that level of risk and they understand the pros and cons of that level of trading or whatever the case is. And some of those guys make millions of dollars very quickly. You get what I'm trying to say? But they take a lot higher risk. And if it goes wrong, it can go very wrong. So it's the same thing with these guys. It's like, yeah, man, I didn't want to marry the motherfucking hoe. I didn't want to make the hoe my motherfucking main chick. But this bitch is reliable as fuck. And the good girl's just too fucking boring for me. I gotta teach her everything. She don't know how to do this. She don't swallow cum. She don't do this. You feel me? Like she fucking boring. Like she you know what I mean? She don't fucking enjoy the fucking dick as well. Cause I'm the first nigga. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's a lot. It's a lot of breaking this bitch in. Okay, bro. If that's how you feel, you gotta move to the beat of your drum. I'm not gonna fucking judge you. I'm just gonna let you know, hey, bruh. Going into it, I know she do everything right, but going into it, you just got to understand the risk, right? You know what I mean? If there's an increased likelihood she will leave you, there's increased this, there's increased that. She always gonna be keeping her eyes open, that don't fucking matter if it's a good girl or not. No girl is ever truly in a monogamous relationship. So when you're trying to make somebody your main chick, it's really a chick that's reliable, right? When you're looking for the chick that's your main chick, like for example, I got into some situation, they called it trespassing. I've hired a lawyer, got it wiped off my record, whatever the case is. I had to go to jail. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I called my main chick, boom, she picked me up, no questions asked, whatever. She at the jail, she bailed me out. She's very reliable. Anytime I can get a hold of her, anytime. She'll make things happen. She's reliable. Now, if she loses that reliability, there's no need for me to have a main chick. You feel me? There would be no need. Like if because I understand that no woman is truly ever monogamous, right? Their eyes are gonna be open to the end of fucking time. It is what it is. Even my main bitch gonna make jokes about celebrities that she like and shit like that, or whatever the case is. Motherfucker, there's no such thing as a fucking woman who's monogamous. Her dating strategy never changes to the day she dies. Her dating strategy is to look cute and guys hit on her. So no woman is truly monogamous. But then when it comes to the main chick thing, the way I look at the main chick thing is how reliable is this bitch? And some of your rotation bitches can be reliable too. But the thing is, you can only get so much out of a rotation bitch because they know that they're, at least the rotation bitches that I deal with, they know that they're in a situationship. Girls know the difference. If she's not meeting your family and you always fucking seeing this bitch every once in a blue moon and she got to reach out to you and blah, 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 this bitch knows she not the main bitch. Like, let's be honest, bro. You feel me? She's still going to be reliable to some sorts, but this bitch ain't going to jump off a building for you. This bitch ain't going to give you her last dollar. Maybe she will. I don't fucking know. Maybe I should ask one of my rotation bitches. See if they give me their fucking last dollar. But the thing about my main bitch, if she had her last dollar in her account and I said I needed it, she'll give it to me, no hesitation. You feel me? Like, that's the difference. She'll have bad credit for me. She'll lose it all for me. That is the fucking difference from the main and the fucking rotation. And she doesn't have a history. The way that she was moving when she was single told me a lot about my main bitch. You feel me? She wasn't the hottest bitch. She's still hot as fuck. She's still cute as fuck. But she wasn't the hottest. A lot of my rotation bitches are hotter than her. They fucking nastier than her. You feel me? I got some rotation bitches that just, man, I had a rotation bitch, best pussy in my life. You feel me? Better than hers. You get what I'm trying to say? I've had bitches fuck me, but I had it all. You feel me? I've had bitches that make me feel better than she make me feel by just the way they make love to me. You get what I'm trying to say? But the way I chose the main chick off of some logical shit was, okay, she might not be the fucking hottest, but she don't have guy friends. She don't want guy friends. She's a family oriented. She wasn't a hoe when she was single. You feel me? She wasn't looking for men. Actually, she switched up her face to be more of a bitch so that men wouldn't approach her. You get what I'm trying to say? Okay, so when I'm doing this 80-20, I'm finding this goddamn information out. She damn near a virgin. Every time I fucked her, she bled the first 50 times I fucked this motherfucker, she was bleeding. Every fucking time. Like a lot. Like, it went from lot to less to less to less, but it was blood every time I fucked this chick. My main chick. So it's like, okay, so shit, you feel me? Like, She ain't used to fucking. You know what I mean? The first time I couldn't even get that bitch in. The first night I went to fuck my man, I could not even get my dick in. I had to leave her dorm. I'm like, what the fuck? It wasn't shit I could do to get that motherfucking in. I was spitting on it. I did that. I could not get that motherfucking inside of her. Like, we tried. I said, man, I said, man, we'll try this shit another day. I left her fucking dorm. That motherfucker would not go in, bro. There is nothing I could do to stuff that bitch in without felt like I was breaking something in her fucking body. You know what I mean? Because you gotta understand, she an Asian girl. She don't get around. I think they got smaller fucking things, smaller pussies than most fucking other girls. I don't fucking know what it was. I know that motherfucker wasn't getting in. I tell you that goddamn much. You know what I mean? So, but let me get back to the topic on hand, man. If you guys cannot spot, because this is super important, if you guys don't know the difference between masculine and feminine energy, you are at a significant disadvantage. Because a lot of guys on the internet with money and whatever the case is, they are masking feminine behavior as if it's masculine behavior. They're masking the fact that, no, man, you got to be a provider. You got to pay all the bills. You got to do this. You don't have to do none of that shit. That's not masculine behavior. What that is feminine behavior, because you're trying to attract the woman based off of what you perceive she wants. That is feminine behavior. She should be trying to perceive what you want. She should be in her feminine. Masculine men move things forward, move things to the beat of their own drum. Meaning, when I go out and let's say I'm kicking with my boys, if I see a hot chick, I don't give a fuck if she likes me. That is feminine energy. Oh, am I getting choosing signals? Is she looking back at me? Or are we making eye contact? I don't give a fuck. None of that crosses my mind. The only thing that crosses my mind is I like her. I am going to introduce myself and see where things go, because I want my dick in the back of her throat. Do you get the difference now between masculine and feminine? And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.